Hi there, and welcome to this lesson. In this lesson, we'll be learning about multiplication, okay? And under multiplication, we'll be learning to multiply whole numbers by two-digit numbers, okay? So in the last lesson, we learned to multiply whole numbers by one-digit numbers, but in this lesson, we'll be learning to multiply whole numbers by two-digit numbers. Now, as the lesson progresses, anything you don't understand, anything comes up as unclear, be sure to contact your tutor who would be more than happy to help. Okay, let's jump right into the lesson. So multiplication of whole numbers by two-digit numbers. Now, if you recall from the last lesson where we learned to multiply whole numbers by single-digit numbers, okay, something like this, basically multiply 27 by 6. And to do this, you just write it out, 27 times 6, like this, and then you multiply digit by digit. Okay, so we have 27 times 6. We're going to first multiply 7 by 6, and then we'll multiply 2 by 6, and we end up with our answer. Quite simple. Now, we'll start off with 7, and we'll say 6 times 7 gives us 42. If you look on your multiplication table, you'd find that 6 times 7 equals 42. So we write 2 down and we move 4 over to the left, and then we say 6 times 2, it gives us 12, and then we say 12, we add 4 to 12, and that gives us 162. Very simple. Now, what if we were asked to multiply 27 by 16? Now, 16 is a two-digit number, okay? And multiplying by two-digit number is a bit more complicated than multiplying by single-digit numbers because there are actually two steps to multiplying with double-digit numbers or two-digit numbers. And basically, first we multiply and then we add. But I'll explain all of that to you now, okay? So, multiply 27 by 16. What we do is we write it out like this, 27 times 16. Okay, now the next thing we want to do is we want to multiply digit by digit. Okay, so we actually start with 6. Okay, we'll multiply with 6 first, and then we'll multiply with 1. Okay, but we'll start with 6, and just the same way you'd multiply if we're multiplying with a single digit number, you say 6 times 7 gives us 42. So write 2 down and we carry 4, and we'll go over to 2 and we'll say 6 times 2 gives us 12 plus 4 gives us 16, and write it down just like you would if you were multiplying with a single digit number. Okay, now that we're done with multiplying with 6, we're not going to go ahead and multiply with 1. Okay, and we're just going to clear all of that information out, and basically to multiply with 1, we say 1, we start off with 7, and we say 1 times 7, it gives us 7. So 1 times 7 is 7. And here's one very important bit of information that you need to take note of. When you're multiplying with the second digit, your results start under that digit. Okay, so you don't start from the end. All right, you start, so basically multiplying with 1, you 1 times 7 equals 7, you write 7 under 1. You don't write 7 under 7, you write 7 under 1. Okay, and then we move on to the next digit. We have 2, and we say 1 times 2 equals 2, and we write 2 over to the left. Okay, so when you're multiplying with the second digits, your numbers, your results actually start, you start writing your results from under that second digit. All right, and then once you've gotten to this point, the next thing you want to do, you've multiplied with 6, you've multiplied with 1. The next thing you want to do is you want to add your results. So add the numbers there, column by column, and basically we start off with 2, and we have 2 plus nothing gives us 2. 6 plus 7 gives us 13. We write 3 and we carry 1. Then we have 1 plus 1 plus 2, and that gives us 4, which tells us that 27 times 16 is 432. Very simple, very straightforward. Now, let's do one example. We have an example here. And example 1. Example 1 says multiply 58 by 29. So multiply 58 by 29. And to do this, basically we're going to multiply digit by digit, and we start off with 8. Okay, I'm going to multiply by 9. So we have 8 times 9 gives us 72. We write down 2 and we carry 7. Okay, and then we say 9 times 5, move on to that. 9 times 5 gives us 45, plus 7 gives us 52. I'll write down 52. Okay, so now that we're done multiplying with 9, the next thing we do is we multiply with 2. Okay, and remember, when you're multiplying with 2, all your results will start from 2. Okay, so we have 2 times 8 gives us 16. Okay, and we write down 6 and carry 1. Okay, just the same way we multiply, we write down 6 and carry 1, and then we have 2 times 5 gives us 10, and then 10 plus 1 gives us 11, and we just go ahead and write down 11 over here. Okay, and basically we can now go ahead and very simply add our results. So we have 2 plus nothing gives us 2, 2 plus 6 gives us 8, 5 plus 1 gives us 6, and we have just nothing plus 1 gives us 1. So we have our final answer as 1682. Example 2. And example 2 says multiply 158 by 41. Okay, so multiply 158 by 41. And we start off multiplying digit by digit. We start off with 8. Okay, and we say 1 times 8 gives us 8. Then 5. 1 times 5 gives us 5. And then 1. 1 times 1 gives us 1. Very simple. Okay, and then we just clear all of that out. We're done multiplying with 1. And I'll go ahead and multiply with 4. We'll say 4 times 8 gives us 32. And remember, our answer comes under 4. But in this case, we're writing down 2 and carrying 3. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and multiply the next digit. 4 times 5 gives us 20, plus 3 is 23. So we write down 3 and we carry 2. Okay, and then we'll go ahead. Next number, 4 times 1 gives us 4, plus 2, we have 6. And we'll write down 6 right over there. Always moving towards the left. And now that we've multiplied by 1, we've multiplied by 4, we can go ahead and add our results. So we have 8 plus nothing gives us 8. And then we have 5 plus 2 gives us 7. 1 plus 3 gives us 4. And nothing plus 6 gives us 6. So we have our final answer as 6,478. Very simple, very straightforward. Let's do one last example. Example 3. And example 3 says multiply 517 by 83. Okay, so multiply 517 by 83. And basically we start off with, we're going to multiply with 3, and then we'll multiply with 8. And we start off with 7. 3 times 7 is 21. Okay, so we write down 1 and we carry 2. And then 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2, we have 5. And then we have 3 times 5 as 15. Very simple. And then we're done multiplying with 3, we go ahead and multiply with 8. So we take all of that out. And then we have 8 times 7 gives us 56. We write down 6, we carry 1. We carry 5. Okay, 56, we write down 6, we carry 5. And then we have 8 times 1 gives us 8, plus 5, we have 13. We write down 3, and we carry 1. Okay, and then we're multiplying 5 now. We have 8 times 5 gives us 40, plus 1, we have 41. We just go ahead and write 41. And now that we've multiplied by 3, we've multiplied by 8, we just go ahead and add our results. So we have 1 plus nothing is nothing. And we have 5 plus 6 gives us 11, so we have 1, I'll carry 1. Then 5 plus 3 is 8, plus 1, we have 9. And then we have 1 plus 1 gives us 2. And we have nothing plus 4 as 4. And we have our final answer, 42,911. And that would bring us to the end of this very simple lesson. So multiplying whole numbers by 2-digit numbers. And to multiply whole numbers by 2-digit numbers, you just multiply digit by digit. And you start with the first number, you multiply digit by digit. You then work the second number, you multiply digit by digit, and remember the result for the second number start below the second number, and then you add all the numbers together column by column, and you end up with your final answer. So you can go ahead now and attempt questions on the worksheet. Bye for now.